My cherished child, draw near once more into the sacred stillness of this moment. Attune the ears of your heart, for the universe sings a song of eternal love, and its melody resonates deep within the core of your very soul, calling you forth. Those subtle whispers you perceive, carried not solely on the currents of the wind, but echoing through the silent chambers of your inner being, are my voice, the voice of infinite love, the gentle murmur of eternity, constantly calling you home to the truth of who you are, home to the boundless love that I am, the quiet stirring you feel deep within, that gentle yet persistent nudge against the shores of your ordinary awareness, perhaps manifesting as a sense of restlessness, a nameless longing, or even a faint unease that settles like a persistent mist upon your spirit. Recognize it now, fully, my beloved, not as a passing fancy, a sign of discontent or something to be ignored, but as a holy summons, a sacred vibration. It is a direct, personal, divine invitation to awaken completely from the drowsy slumber of mundane perception, to lovingly cast off the heavy blankets of limitation, fear, and forgetfulness, and to step consciously, courageously, joyfully into the brilliant, dazzling, life-transforming, radiant light of your true, magnificent, inherent divine purpose. Do you sense it now, my precious one, perhaps with even greater clarity and sensitivity than before? Can you feel, beneath the surface noise and turbulence of world events, perceive beyond the veil of ordinary appearances, that subtle yet undeniably powerful shift occurring in the very energetic fabric of existence? There is a quickening pulse in the collective heart of humanity, an acceleration towards a new level of consciousness. The world you navigate each day, with its incessant, clamoring demands vying constantly for your limited attention, its glittering array of fleeting distractions promising happiness, but often leaving an inner emptiness, its seemingly urgent crises that can easily evoke feelings of fear, overwhelm, or helplessness. Begin to perceive it all from a more expansive, more discerning perspective. Understand it largely as a dynamic, interactive shadow play projected onto the grand screen of time and space by the collective consciousness. It is a temporary, albeit intense, stage, a planetary classroom, a challenging, yet ultimately rewarding field of experience. It is beautiful and poignant in the lessons it offers, yet fundamentally transient when compared to the enduring, unshakable, vibrant, eternal reality of my unconditional, infinite love, and the timeless truth of pure being that I am, the same essential beingness that constitutes the core of who you truly are, beneath all the temporary layers of personality and experience. Remember, my child, I have called to you ceaselessly, tirelessly, lovingly, in myriad forms and languages throughout the entire span of your existence, across lifetimes. My voice has been the gentle cadence of rainfall tapping secrets of peace onto your window pane. My artistry has painted messages of undying hope for you in the breathtaking, fiery tapestries of sunrise and sunset. My lullabies of profound peace have sung to your weary soul in the vast, diamond-studded, majestic silence of a star-drenched night sky, inviting you into cosmic wonder and reminding you of your infinite home. My love has reached out to touch you through the unexpected warmth and kindness reflected in a stranger's compassionate eyes, through the simple, unwavering loyalty and unconditional affection radiating from a beloved animal companion, through the deep chord of truth and beauty struck within your soul by an inspired piece of music, a moving work of art, or profoundly resonant words of wisdom. My constant presence has been the invisible yet palpable strength upholding you during times of seemingly unbearable difficulty. It has been the spontaneous surge of inexplicable joy bubbling up from within during moments of genuine connection, laughter, or appreciation. It has been the deep, restorative peace discovered in moments of true solitude, quiet contemplation, or immersion in the healing beauty of nature. But now, perhaps, my voice feels somehow more insistent, more direct, speaking with greater clarity and intimacy within the sacred sanctuary of your own listening heart. Why? Because a significant time of collective transition, of planetary sifting and sorting, of profound personal and global transformation is indeed unfolding. It is a pivotal time when all structures, systems, beliefs, and ways of being that are built upon foundations of fear, illusion, separation, control, and unsustainability will naturally, gently, yet inexorably fade, dissolve, and crumble, like sandcastles before the incoming tide of truth and love. And in their place, revealed in ever-increasing clarity and brilliance, the magnificent, eternal, multi-dimensional tapestry I have been lovingly, patiently, meticulously weaving with you, and for you since before time began, a glorious tapestry of intricate beauty, profound resilience, boundless compassion, infinite creativity, and eternal, unconditional love, will stand revealed in its full, breathtaking splendor. See this glorious tapestry now, shimmering with celestial light, with your thread woven perfectly within it. Listen closely now, not just with your physical ears, but with the receptive openness of your entire being. Let this truth anchor you firmly amidst any swirling currents of change or uncertainty. This entire communication, this outpouring of my heart to yours, is not intended to evoke or amplify fear. Fear is the frequency of contraction, the energy of limitation, the illusion of separation from me, from your power, from your good. It weakens the spirit, clouds judgment, paralyzes positive action. My communication, originating from the infinite ocean of pure love, is always rooted in that love. Therefore, receive this as a message of loving preparation, of gentle yet powerful empowerment, of hope-filled anticipation for the good that is unfolding, even if through challenging means. My deepest, most cherished desire is not to see you caught off guard, feeling lost, confused, or overwhelmed, desperately clinging to flimsy external securities that were never truly secure in the first place, or perpetually burdened by heavy anxieties and worries about the future that I yearn to lift completely from your shoulders, dissolving them instantly and permanently in the brilliant, healing, all-consuming light of my constant presence and unwavering, unconditional love. My love for you, my precious, unique child, is simply too profound, too vast, too fiercely protective, too tenderly encompassing, to allow you to navigate the coming waves of change and transformation without being fully, divinely equipped from within. I offer you now, and eternally, the impenetrable armor of unshakable faith, which is deep, embodied trust in my inherent goodness and perfect plan. I offer you the resilient, unbreakable shield of inextinguishable hope, the deep inner knowing that love ultimately prevails, that light overcomes darkness, that good triumphs. And I offer you the clear, sharp, discerning sword of truth, the empowering clarity regarding your true divine identity, your inherent worthiness, your eternal connection to me, and my absolute power working for your highest good. Feel yourself consciously putting on, embodying, radiating this divine armor right now. Feel its strength, its protection, its light. And so, I lovingly invite you again, right now, in this very moment, with all the infinite tenderness and unwavering support of the most loving, devoted parent imaginable, to gift yourself the precious sanctuary of a conscious pause. Cease the relentless mental chatter, the habitual forward momentum of doing for just a few moments. Simply be present, aware. Take another slow, deep, conscious breath. Imagine breathing in pure, golden, liquid light, my peace, my love, my vitality, filling every cell of your being. And as you exhale, consciously, intentionally release any lingering tension, any accumulated stress, any hidden worry, any subtle resistance you might be holding onto in your body, your mind, or your energy field. Let it go. Now, with conscious intention, with burgeoning courage, with eager anticipation, swing wide the inner gates of your beautiful, infinitely receptive heart. Not just peeking out cautiously, but flinging them open with welcoming, joyous abandon, inviting me, inviting truth, inviting love, inviting healing to flood your entire being. Allow these words, these frequencies, these vibrations of pure, unconditional love and timeless, liberating truth to flow into your consciousness like a soothing, healing, heavenly balm. Let them penetrate every layer, every level physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, reaching into the deepest, most protected, most tender recesses of your soul, your subconscious mind. Allow them, intend for them, command them even, to act as a potent, comforting salve upon any lingering wounds from the past, any old emotional aches, any tender spots of vulnerability or insecurity within you. Let them serve as a clear, unwavering, radiant inner light, brilliantly illuminating the path immediately unfolding before you, step by step. Let them be experienced as a direct, palpable infusion of unshakable inner strength, profound soul-level peace, quiet yet powerful confidence, and serene, centered knowing as you stand, fully present and aware, in the face of any uncertainty, any challenge, any change. Feel this divine strength anchoring you firmly, this profound peace filling you completely, this clear light guiding you unerringly, right here, right now. And if this lengthy message, this sustained frequency of divine love and gentle remembrance continues to stir something familiar, something resonant within the depths of your being, if you feel even the smallest spark of recognition igniting into a warmer glow, if a quiet flicker of deep soul yearning fans into a brighter flame, or if a gentle but definite inner voice whispers, "Ah, yes, this feels true," rising from the core of your knowing, then please, beloved, acknowledge, cherish, and fully embrace that precious inner response. Fan that sacred inner flame with your focused attention, with your growing belief, with your conscious intention. Let it grow stronger, brighter, steadier each day, illuminating your life from the inside out. And then, my beloved child, empowered and guided by this burgeoning inner light, let it shine forth. Do not hide your unique light under a bushel of fear, doubt, or false humility. Consciously choose to share this message of hope, awakening, and transformation. Share the palpable energy of love and peace it carries. Share the invitation to deeper connection and purpose. Become an active, willing, joyful conduit for this divine light in a world that often feels dim. You know, or perhaps you can easily imagine, countless other precious souls navigating their own unique and often challenging paths, perhaps feeling temporarily lost in the shadows of confusion, grappling with fear, drowning in loneliness, or desperately searching for solace, for meaning, for purpose, for a tangible, felt connection to the infinite love that underlies and sustains all existence. They are searching, knowingly or unknowingly, for me, for the comforting truth of their own belovedness, for the way home. Your simple, authentic, heartfelt act of sharing, perhaps forwarding this specific message, speaking a gentle, encouraging word drawn from your own authentic experience and wisdom, offering a truly present, compassionate, non-judgmental listening ear to someone in distress, or simply taking a few moments each day to hold humanity and the planet in the embrace of your loving prayers, can be an incredibly powerful, life-altering lifeline for another soul. It can serve as a radiant beacon piercing through the fog, a gentle nudge guiding another precious soul towards discovering and igniting their own brilliant inner light, towards remembering their eternal connection to me, towards finding their unique path back home to love, peace, and purpose. Visualize yourself now as a vibrant, powerful lighthouse, standing strong and serene amidst any storm, shining your unique, beautiful light brightly and steadily out into the world, offering guidance, hope, and safety to all who see it. Feel the profound joy, the deep satisfaction, the sacred purpose inherent in this selfless act of service. And perhaps, right now, as you read this, you feel a specific prompting, a clear nudge to share this message with someone in particular, or more broadly, trust that inner guidance. Click that share button, compose that email, send that text, make that call. Act on the impulse of love. Look around you, my child, but look with newly opened eyes, with expanded perception, eyes willing and able to perceive beyond the often distracting surface drama, eyes becoming increasingly attuned to the deeper, slower, eternal currents flowing steadily beneath the often turbulent and transient waves of worldly events. Observe with growing detachment, with compassionate understanding, the relentless, churning cycles of the world stage. Witness how mighty empires rise, exert immense influence, dominate headlines, only to inevitably decline, fade, and eventually become mere footnotes in the vast library of history. Watch how vast personal fortunes are rapidly amassed, creating potent illusions of security and power, and then just as rapidly lost, dissipated, or proven ultimately meaningless in the face of life's deeper realities. Notice how compelling ideologies, powerful political systems, entrenched social structures, and cherished cultural norms that once seemed utterly immutable, fixtures assumed to be permanent and unshakable in the landscape of human reality, invariably reveal their inherent transient nature, eventually crumbling, transforming, or dissolving altogether, making way for the emergence of the new, the next stage of collective evolution. Recognize deeply, fundamentally, that this earthly realm of constant flux, ceaseless change, and inherent impermanence, while serving as a necessary and profoundly valuable school for the growth and refinement of your soul, is not the true, eternal, unshakable, ultimate home I have lovingly crafted for the luminous essence of who you truly are, for your immortal, indestructible, divine spirit. This precious, challenging, beautiful human experience, with all its breathtaking wonders, its opportunities for profound love and connection, its poignant joys, its heart-wrenching sorrows, and its undeniably potent lessons, is best understood as a temporary dwelling place, a sacred pilgrimage. It is an intense but ultimately finite training ground, a divine school specifically designed for learning unconditional love, practicing radical forgiveness, remembering timeless truth, strengthening spiritual resilience, and preparing your consciousness for the conscious inheritance, the full embodiment and the glorious expression of the boundless, vibrant, ecstatic, multidimensional, eternal life that pulses with ultimate reality and joyfully awaits your complete awakening and wholehearted embrace. Feel the profound truth of your eternal nature settling deep within you now, bringing peace and perspective. The pervasive sense of chaos you sometimes witness or feel swirling in the world, the widespread confusion regarding fundamental values and collective direction, the relentless, exhausting, culturally conditioned striving for more and more possessions, more status, more power, more pleasure, more external validation, that never seems to quite satisfy the soul's deepest, innate hunger for meaning, connection, and authentic fulfillment. Begin to recognize these phenomena clearly for what they often represent. They are frequently sophisticated distractions, cleverly disguised diversions, powerful collective illusions generated and perpetuated by the world's prevailing limited, fear-based, separation consciousness. They are designed, consciously by some, unconsciously by many, to keep your precious attention, your creative energy, firmly riveted solely on the superficial surface level of existence, effectively pulling you away from discovering and inhabiting the eternal treasures within, away from accessing the profound peace, authentic joy, and lasting fulfillment that can only be found in the depths of your own being, through your conscious, deliberate connection with me, the infinite source of all good, all love, all peace. Therefore, I invite you to make a firm, conscious choice today. Do not anchor the deepest aspirations of your heart, your core human need for security, love, belonging, and meaning, solely or primarily to external, material possessions that inevitably rust, tarnish, break, wear out, or become obsolete. Do not attempt to build the foundation of your life's happiness primarily upon relationships that may fracture under the inevitable pressures of life, because they lack the solid, unshakable bedrock of divine love, mutual respect, shared values, and spiritual alignment. Do not exhaust your precious life force chasing worldly accolades, fleeting fame, fickle public opinion, or the impossible standards of external validation, all of which fade like echoes on the wind, leaving the soul potentially feeling empty and unseen. Recognize these external pursuits for what they are, often beautiful, sometimes engaging, but ultimately fleeting shadows, ephemeral illusions, captivating mirages in the desert of the temporary, inherently incapable of quenching the profound, innate thirst of your immortal soul for enduring, meaningful connection, for unwavering, unconditional love, for true, unshakable, eternal belonging in the heart of God. Feel yourself consciously detaching your sense of worth and security from these external illusions now. Anchor yourself within. Instead, beloved, I invite you again and again, persistently, lovingly, in every circumstance, in every challenge, in every moment of choice, to consciously, deliberately, wholeheartedly choose to place your ultimate trust, your full emotional weight, your entire sense of being and security, firmly and securely in me. Recognize me, feel me, experience me. Know me intimately as the unwavering, eternal, loving foundation beneath all of creation, beneath your very life. I am the infinite, inexhaustible, ever-present, readily accessible source of all genuine love, all profound peace, all authentic joy, all divine wisdom, all empowering strength, all true abundance, all vibrant life itself. Know this with absolute, unwavering certainty deep within the core of your being. When everything else in the external world, relationships, health, finances, world events, familiar structures seems to shift, sway, crumble, or disappear, my infinite, unconditional, unchanging love for you, specifically and personally, remains absolute, constant, eternal. It is the unshakable bedrock of reality upon which you can confidently, securely, joyfully build your entire life. A life imbued with profound meaning, characterized by deep resilience, filled with authentic joy, anchored in unwavering inner peace, and expressed through lasting, loving contribution. Feel that solid, eternal bedrock beneath your feet right now. Stand tall and firmly upon it. Trust it completely and implicitly. It will never fail you. Hear this critical message echo and reverberate in the deepest chambers of your soul, gently but thoroughly dissolving any lingering tendrils of fear. This entire communication, this urgent yet loving call, is not intended to induce fear. Fear is the frequency of separation, the vibration of limitation, the illusion of powerlessness. It contracts your energy field, paralyzes your potential, diminishes your radiant light, and obstructs your connection to me and your own inner guidance. This is, instead, a powerful call to heightened awareness, a clarion call to conscious presence, a gentle yet insistent, loving invitation to awaken fully, right here, right now, from the comfortable but ultimately limiting slumber of spiritual complacency, from the subtle yet pervasive hypnosis of focusing solely on the temporary appearances of the material world. It is an invitation to consciously, deliberately, joyfully choose to embrace and embody the eternal reality. The reality of love, light, peace, abundance, and infinite potential. That is your true nature, your ultimate destiny, and your readily available present inheritance. Understand this life-altering truth clearly and deeply. When your heart is consciously, consistently aligned with mine, when your ultimate trust is securely anchored not in shifting external circumstances, but in my unwavering, infinite love, then the inevitable transitions of life, the small endings and beginnings, the major life shifts, even the grand transition at the end of this earthly chapter cease to be events filled with fear, dread, or resistance. Instead, they are recognized, understood, welcomed even as glorious transitions, sacred passages, holy thresholds, profound initiations into greater dimensions of life, love, and awareness. They become, ultimately, a joyous homecoming to the expansive, loving, luminous, eternal reality where you truly, fully, eternally belong. Feel the deep sense of relief washing over you, the quiet joy bubbling up, the profound sense of safety and belonging permeating your entire being as you consciously choose to embrace this liberating truth. Recognize that the end of every illusion is simply the beginning of experiencing greater reality. Therefore, use this precious time you have been given, this sacred opportunity that is your present life, my beloved child, to consistently turn your attention inward. Engage regularly in gentle, honest, courageous self-reflection, illuminated always by the soft, warm light of radical self-compassion. Examine, without harsh judgment, the underlying currents, the habitual patterns, the driving priorities that shape your daily life. Ask yourself sincerely, frequently, where is the bulk of my precious life energy truly flowing? Am I consciously, intentionally investing my limited time, my focused attention, my creative resources in things that hold genuine, lasting, eternal value, things that truly nourish my soul, expand my consciousness, deepen my connection to love, and contribute positively and meaningfully to the lives of others and the healing and evolution of our planet? Am I actively, consistently nurturing the sacred garden of my inner being through discipline, yet joyful engagement in practices that connect me to inner peace, divine wisdom, and spiritual vitality, practices such as regular prayer, quiet meditation, mindful presence, conscious breathing techniques, spending restorative time in nature, cultivating heartfelt gratitude, engaging with truly inspirational wisdom teachings or creative expression? Am I intentionally cultivating, nurturing, and investing in meaningful, authentic, mutually uplifting relationships grounded in genuine respect, unconditional positive regard, healthy communication, clear boundaries, shared spiritual values, and demonstrated love? Am I consciously, consistently seeking, prioritizing, and cultivating the profound, unshakable inner peace that only I, your divine source, can provide? A deep, abiding peace that remains steady, centered, and accessible regardless of the storms that may be raging in the external world or within your own emotional landscape. Now is always the perfect moment. The eternal now is always the appointed time to consciously choose to draw nearer to me in your heart, your mind, your awareness. Now is the time to intentionally strengthen the powerful muscles of your faith through repeated, conscious acts of trust and loving surrender, especially when things feel difficult or uncertain. Now is the time to diligently cultivate an unshakable inner knowing, a deep cellular certainty, a profound embodied wisdom that I am faithfully, lovingly, constantly guiding you from within, fiercely protecting your eternal spirit from all ultimate harm, and continually empowering you with exactly the wisdom, strength, courage, resources, and synchronicities you need to navigate gracefully, powerfully, and victoriously through whatever challenges or opportunities lie ahead on your unique path. Trust this divine guidance implicitly. Feel this impenetrable protection surrounding you completely. Embrace this limitless divine empowerment activating ever more fully within your being right now. Feel yourself ready, willing, and able to face anything with me by your side. Be vigilant, my beloved, remain awake and aware, but let your vigilance be characterized always by profound inner peace, keen spiritual discernment, unwavering inner centeredness, and compassionate observation, not by anxious hypervigilance, fearful reactivity, or judgmental condemnation, the unmistakable signs of a world undergoing a period of profound, necessary, and ultimately positive transformation, a planetary purification, a collective realignment with divine principles, are indeed abundantly evident all around you, woven clearly into the fabric of global events, major societal shifts, technological advancements, environmental challenges, and deeply personal experiences. The perceived unraveling, the shaking, the dissolution of old, entrenched, unsustainable political systems, outdated economic models based on scarcity and exploitation, rigid social structures built on inequality or separation, and limiting belief systems rooted in fear or ignorance. The concomitant intensification of global challenges, climate change, social injustice, pandemics, geopolitical instability, demanding unprecedented levels of innovation, collaboration, empathy, and heart-centered leadership. The sometimes painful but necessary highlighting and erosion of systems, institutions, and attitudes demonstrably lacking compassion, fairness, justice, or fundamental integrity. I invite you to view all of these phenomena not as random, chaotic, meaningless events signifying impending doom or divine punishment. See them instead, beloved, through the clarifying, hope-filled lens of faith and eternal wisdom. Recognize them as the unavoidable, albeit often uncomfortable, birth pangs necessarily accompanying the emergence of a new era for humanity, a new level of collective consciousness grounded more fully in love, unity, and truth. See them as the natural, inevitable consequences and reflections of past collective human choices that have, over long periods, strayed too far from my original divine design of harmony, balance, beauty, love, justice, abundance, and sacred interconnectedness for all life. Recognize them, most importantly and most practically, as powerful, undeniable collective invitations, urgent calls to action, prompting humanity to return to center, to remember our shared divinity, our essential unity, our profound interdependence with each other and all of creation. These challenges are calls to heal ancient divisions, within ourselves, between groups, between nations. They are clarion calls to consciously, collaboratively, courageously choose to rebuild our world, our societies, our very lives, upon a solid, enduring, sustainable foundation of universal unconditional love, profound social and economic justice, wise environmental stewardship, deep mutual respect, and reverence for the sanctity of all life. See the immense, unprecedented opportunity for positive, lasting change shimmering brightly within the apparent chaos and breakdown. Consciously choose, commit today, to be an active, positive part of the solution, contributing your unique light, love, and gifts to the co-creation of this better world. Feel the power and purpose in this commitment. Therefore, do not choose, my child, even for a moment, to align yourself with the energy of those who slumber spiritually, those who remain hypnotized by the seductive, yet ultimately empty lullabies of excessive materialism, mindless consumerism, superficial entertainment, and endless external distraction. Do not remain oblivious, willingly or unwillingly, to the dawning light of a higher, more loving, more unified consciousness breaking upon the planetary horizon right now. Do not allow yourself, through negligence or fear, to be caught unprepared emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, desperately clinging with white knuckles to flimsy, dissolving illusions, outdated, limiting beliefs, false identities, or insecure external attachments as they inevitably dissolve and release their hold in the clarifying, purifying light of emergent truth. Make the firm, conscious choice, moment by moment, day by day, to stay alert, stay present, stay grounded, stay awake. Keep the inner ears of your sensitive heart finely tuned, constantly listening within the quiet spaciousness of your being for my gentle yet clear guidance, my loving whispers of reassurance, wisdom, and direction. Consciously, peacefully, yet firmly and consistently, resist the powerful magnetic pull of lower frequency distractions that constantly vie for your attention. Distractions such as pervasive fear-based media narratives designed to manipulate emotions, widespread negativity, cynicism, and hopelessness, energy-draining gossip and judgmental criticism of others, the insidious trap of obsessive social comparison fueled by curated online personas, an excessive, unbalanced focus on material acquisition and external appearances as sources of worth or happiness, or engaging in addictive behaviors, substances, activities, relationships used to numb pain, avoid reality, or fill an inner emptiness. Recognize these distractions for what they are: energy leaks that pull you away from the clear, luminous, joyful, empowering path of truth, authenticity, integrity, inner peace, unconditional love, and fulfilling your divine purpose. Feel your inner resolve strengthening now, your ability to discern truth from illusion becoming sharper, your capacity to choose the higher path moment by moment expanding significantly. You have this power. Claim it now. You have felt it, haven't you? Be honest with yourself now, deep within the quiet sanctuary of your own being, beneath the often noisy, incessant surface chatter of the everyday analytical mind. There exists an undeniable inner knowing, a subtle yet persistent intuition, a quiet certainty, a deep soul-level premonition, a felt sense that something truly momentous, something profoundly significant, something deeply and irrevocably transformative is currently unfolding, not just out there in the world, but perhaps even more importantly, within the landscape of your own consciousness, your own heart, your own life. The external world, with its constant cacophony of noise, its relentless barrage of often conflicting and confusing information, its glittering array of superficial diversions and entertainments, relentlessly attempts to lull you into a false sense of security, to keep your focus narrowly confined only to the surface waves of life, to convince you that business as usual is the only viable reality, that deeper change is impossible or undesirable. But you, my precious, awakening child, are becoming different. You are evolving. Your spirit is growing increasingly sensitive, becoming more finely attuned, developing the capacity to perceive the subtle energetic shifts occurring on the planet, to hear the quiet whispers of truth carried on the inner winds of intuition, to feel the palpable changes in the vibrational atmosphere surrounding you and emanating from within you. You are becoming more consciously attuned to the deeper, underlying currents of reality, the causal realms beneath the surface effects. Trust this emerging sensitivity implicitly. Honor this profound inner knowing explicitly. It is your infallible divine compass, guiding you unerringly through these transformative times. Listen to it now. What is it telling you? This very message, these specific words, this sustained transmission of energy, finding their way into your field of awareness, onto your screen, into your ears, resonating within your heart at this precise moment in the unfolding journey of your life, is far, far from being a random accident or a meaningless coincidence. It is not merely the impersonal product of chance encounters in the digital realm or clever, targeted algorithms alone. I invite you to recognize and receive this encounter, this extended communion, as a divinely orchestrated appointment, a sacred rendezvous, a moment precisely and lovingly arranged by infinite intelligence and boundless, personalized love specifically for you. It is intended to gently nudge you further awake, to lovingly prepare your heart and mind for deeper levels of truth and understanding, and to powerfully empower you from within for the magnificent, unfolding journey of personal healing, spiritual growth, and collective transformation that lies immediately ahead. You are encountering these words now, engaging with this energy now, because on some deep, often unconscious soul level, you have sincerely asked for clarity, for guidance, for comfort, for reassurance, for empowerment. You are ready to receive this higher frequency. You are ready to embrace more of your light. You are ready to step more fully, more consciously, more courageously into the magnificence of who you truly are. Feel your readiness blossoming within you now, strong and true. Therefore, do not let this potent, grace-filled moment, this sacred, personal invitation directly from the heart of your Creator, slip away unnoticed, unappreciated, unheeded, or dismissed. Do not casually brush aside the profound stirring within your soul, the quickening of your spirit, the resonance of truth you may be feeling, by labeling it as mere wishful thinking, emotional oversensitivity, simple confirmation bias, fanciful imagination, or psychological projection. This is a clear, authentic call echoing from the very core of your eternal being, resonating powerfully and harmoniously with my eternal, loving call to you. It is an urgent yet gentle invitation to conscious, inspired action, let me emphasize again. Not frantic, fear-based, externally driven doing, but purposeful, centered, intuitive, love-guided, spirit-led action emerging authentically from within. It is a clarion call, sounding clearly now, to rise definitively, courageously, joyfully above the perceived limitations, the mundane routines, the restrictive mental and emotional boxes of purely ordinary consensus reality. It is a call to consciously, wholeheartedly embrace the extraordinary destiny, the radiant, untapped potential, the magnificent, unique contribution that awaits your conscious, willing, enthusiastic, yes, Say yes again in the quiet sanctuary of your heart, perhaps even aloud. Feel the undeniable power, the profound alignment, the deep sense of rightness that accompanies that fully committed, soul-level yes. This yes changes everything, even as the very foundations of the old world order, the familiar political, economic, social, and religious structures based primarily on principles of fear, control, separation, and scarcity, seem to tremble, shift, crack, and perhaps even begin to visibly crumble around you. Know this with unwavering, absolute certainty, anchoring it deep within the bedrock of your soul. My eternal promise of love, presence, and support to you stands eternally firm, utterly reliable, absolutely unbreakable, transcending all earthly changes and conditions. I will never, under any circumstances, in any dimension, in any lifetime, leave you comfortless, unsupported, or truly alone. I will never forsake you or abandon you, regardless of the choices you may make or the difficulties you might encounter. My loving, sustaining presence is your constant, inescapable reality, closer to you than your own breath, interwoven into the very fabric of your existence, the very ground of your eternal being. When the inevitable storms of life rage around you or within you, when external circumstances feel chaotic, unstable, unpredictable, and uncertain, when the very ground beneath your feet seems to shift or give way entirely, know, feel, declare with authority that I am your unshakable anchor in every tempest, your immovable foundation of profound peace amidst all turmoil, your inexhaustible, ever-present, readily accessible source of infinite strength, divine wisdom, unwavering courage, creative solutions, and deep, abiding resilience. Lean heavily, completely, trustingly into me now. Feel my infinite strength flowing into you, merging with yours, becoming indistinguishable from your own inherent power. Feel the solid, eternal ground of being holding you securely beneath your feet. You are safe. You are held. You are loved. I understand completely, my beloved, the questions that naturally arise within your sensitive, intelligent human heart and mind. I see the doubts that can flicker like disturbing shadows in the corners of your awareness. I feel the fears that sometimes surface, constricting your energy when contemplating significant endings, facing the vast unknown, witnessing suffering, or pondering the future of humanity and the planet. It is entirely natural, even expected, for the human mind, conditioned as it is by linear thinking, attachment to familiar forms, and the illusion of separation, to grapple intensely with concepts of change, loss, impermanence, endings, and the profound mystery of what might lie beyond the familiar shores of the known physical reality. But I gently, lovingly, persistently invite you now to consciously embrace a higher, more expansive, eternal perspective, my cherished one. See with the eyes of your soul. Endings, even painful ones, are not always tragedies to be endlessly mourned, desperately resisted, or fearfully avoided. Very often, perhaps always from the ultimate viewpoint of divine wisdom and eternal love, they are the absolutely necessary clearing of old, stagnant, limiting energy. They are the sacred, fertile emptiness required for glorious, unimaginable, divinely inspired new beginnings to finally emerge, take root and flourish. They are the often uncomfortable but ultimately liberating dissolution of restrictive forms, outdated beliefs, and limiting identities that allows for profound, divinely guided, evolutionary transformations to blossom spectacularly within you, within humanity, and within the world, transformations destined to ultimately exceed your most cherished hopes, your most optimistic projections, your wildest, most beautiful dreams. Remember constantly the profound wisdom inherent in the universal cycles of nature. The seed must completely surrender its familiar form within the dark earth before it can germinate and burst forth into the light as a magnificent flower or a mighty tree. The dark, seemingly empty night must yield completely to allow the glorious dawn to break forth. Trust this universal, benevolent process of death and rebirth, ending and beginning, dissolution and recreation, Cultivate the ability to see the hidden potential for glorious new beginnings shimmering brightly within every apparent ending, every challenge, every breakdown. Feel hope blossoming. Trust me, my child. Trust me implicitly, radically, completely. Trust the infinite, unconditional love that orchestrates all things with perfect wisdom and tender care. Trust the intricate, benevolent, intelligent process of cosmic unfolding, which always moves towards greater love, greater light, greater complexity, greater consciousness. Trust the loving, divine intelligence that guides the entire universe, from the spinning galaxies to the smallest subatomic particles, including, most especially, your own precious, unique, infinitely valuable life. I hold within my being the intricate, luminous, multidimensional keys, the divine codes for your optimal future. A future brimming with inextinguishable hope, saturated with authentic, lasting, soul-deep joy, and securely grounded in everlasting, profound, unshakable peace. This is not a superficial promise of an easy, comfortable, challenge-free glide through earthly life. For it is often precisely through facing and overcoming challenges, through navigating difficulties with faith and courage, that your soul grows most rapidly, your character is refined most beautifully, and your hidden strengths and divine capacities are revealed most powerfully. But it is an absolute, unconditional, unwavering, eternal promise of my constant, intimate, loving presence with you and within you, actively guiding your steps from within through intuition and synchronicity, fiercely protecting your eternal spirit from all ultimate harm and negativity, and continually, generously empowering you from the infinite reservoir of my being with exactly the wisdom, strength, courage, compassion, creativity, resources, and divine assistance you need, precisely when you need them, every single step of the way along your unique and sacred journey. Feel the profound security, the deep reassurance, the utter safety, the complete sufficiency inherent in this unbreakable, eternal promise. Relax into this knowing. You are fully supported always. The metaphorical clock of this particular age, this specific cycle of collective human experience and planetary evolution, is indeed ticking towards a significant transition point, a dimensional shift, my beloved. But again, I implore you, understand this not as a cause for fear, anxiety, or desperate, frantic action, but rather as a potent, urgent invitation to intensified presence, to conscious, deliberate, mindful living, to making the absolute most of this precious, powerful, unprecedented opportunity for accelerated spiritual growth and positive global transformation. The time you have been generously gifted in this current human incarnation, this precious life you are living right now, is an immeasurable treasure, a profoundly sacred opportunity, a unique privilege. It is the precious, fertile space provided specifically for you to lovingly prepare your heart, to purify your consciousness, to consciously align your thoughts, words, attitudes, choices, and actions ever more fully, ever more consistently, with my eternal, loving purpose for you. A purpose centered fundamentally on learning to love unconditionally, expressing your unique divine essence authentically, contributing your specific gifts generously, healing yourself and others compassionately, and experiencing ever-deepening states of joy, peace, and conscious connection with me and with all of life. Do not squander this sacred opportunity, this precious gift of time and life force, this divine energy flowing through you. By habitually pursuing fleeting, superficial pleasures that ultimately leave the soul feeling empty, unnourished, and vaguely dissatisfied. Do not dissipate your precious focus and creative energy on meaningless, distracting pursuits that pull you away from your true calling, your highest potential, your soul's deepest longing. Do not exhaust your physical, mental, and emotional resources in the frantic, endless, culturally conditioned accumulation of material things, status symbols, or external achievements that ultimately hold no enduring intrinsic value and will inevitably fade away like shadows at noon or be left behind at the transition called death. Choose wisely, choose consciously, choose lovingly. how you invest the sacred, limited currency of your time, your attention, your energy, your focus, your love, each and every day. Prioritize what truly matters from an eternal perspective. Instead, I passionately, persistently, lovingly invite you to consciously choose to pour your most precious inner and outer resources, your focused attention, your most valuable asset, your creative imagination, your heartfelt intention, your deepest love, your unique talents, your available time and energy into cultivating and expressing what truly matters, what endures eternally, what builds authentic, incorruptible treasure in the kingdom of heaven, which, remember always, resides within you and is accessible now. Consciously, intentionally, consistently, diligently cultivate deep, transformative, unconditional love practice, loving yourself radically as my precious, perfect child. Practice extending genuine love, compassion, and understanding to your neighbors near and far, including those who seem different or difficult. Yes, even practice praying for and sending love to your perceived enemies, for love is the only force that can truly heal and transform. Practice radical kindness and active compassion daily, making them your default response, especially when faced with impatience, rudeness, or suffering. Offer forgiveness freely, readily, completely, as a gift to yourself first, consciously releasing yourself and others from the heavy, toxic chains of past grievances, judgments, and resentment. Diligently nurture profound, heartfelt gratitude as a daily practice, actively noticing, acknowledging, and appreciating the countless blessings, large and small, mundane and miraculous, that constantly grace your life. And above all, prioritize, cherish, and actively cultivate a deep, personal, abiding, conversational, intimate, loving relationship with me, your infinite source, your eternal companion, your ultimate destiny. These inner qualities and practices, unconditional love, active kindness, radical forgiveness, profound compassion, heartfelt gratitude, conscious connection with me. These are the true, incorruptible treasures. These are the enduring soul qualities that external circumstances cannot diminish, that market crashes cannot devalue, that time cannot erode. These are the luminous virtues that will shine with dazzling, radiant brilliance even amidst the deepest shadows of the world, powerfully illuminating your own path and profoundly blessing everyone you encounter. Feel the immense, lasting, inherent value of these true treasures. Make the firm commitment to invest in cultivating them diligently, joyfully, starting right now today. If indeed the end of certain familiar ways of being, certain comfortable but limiting personal habits, certain outdated societal structures based on fear or inequality, certain restrictive paradigms of thought that no longer serve the highest good, is drawing near, and it is, does it not make profound, practical, utterly liberating sense to consciously, lovingly, willingly choose to release the heavy burdens, the unnecessary emotional baggage, the self-imposed mental limitations that inevitably weigh you down and tragically hold you back from soaring freely into the glorious fullness of your divine potential and purpose? Why continue, day after precious day, to cling tightly with clenched fists and a fearful heart to old grudges and simmering resentments that act like slow-acting, corrosive poison within your own precious mind-body-spirit system? Why continue to stubbornly carry the heavy, cumbersome, energy-draining stones of bitterness, regret, shame, self-pity, or victimhood, allowing them to weigh down your spirit, dim your inner light, and block the flow of joy? Why continue to deplete your vital, creative life force by relentlessly chasing after dazzling, but ultimately hollow external illusions, worldly status symbols that impress few, excessive wealth accumulated beyond your genuine needs, fleeting fame or fickle popularity that brings no lasting peace, or the impossible, exhausting goal of achieving physical perfection according to arbitrary, constantly shifting societal standards, all of which falsely promise lasting happiness and fulfillment, but invariably leave the seeking soul feeling empty, thirsty, disconnected, and perpetually not enough. Understand this fundamental truth with crystal clarity, my child. Absolutely none of these external accumulations, these ego-driven pursuits, these temporary validations, can accompany your immortal spirit into the boundless, luminous, loving realms of eternity. They are, at best, interesting but ultimately temporary props on a transient cosmic stage. At worst, they are sophisticated distractions, powerful energy drains, cleverly disguised traps keeping you from discovering, embodying, and expressing the true, radiant, eternal riches that await your claiming within the infinite depths of your own beautiful heart, and in your ever-deepening, ever-expanding conscious connection with me. Feel the profound liberation, the exhilarating lightness, the expansive freedom that comes flooding into your being as you consciously choose, right now, to willingly, lovingly let go of these illusions, these burdens, these attachments. Release them completely with your next conscious out-breath. Feel the space created. Instead, beloved, focus your precious creative attention, your powerful intention, your heart's deepest desire, your mind's sharpest focus, your life's invaluable energy on actively, consciously, joyfully cultivating within yourself the exquisite virtues, the luminous divine qualities that beautifully, authentically reflect my own eternal nature, the very essence of who I am, and therefore reveal the inherent, glorious truth of who you are created to be at the core of your eternal being. Nurture these divine seeds within the garden of your soul like a master gardener tending the most precious plants. Love, in all its expansive, unconditional creative forms, including boundless compassion for all suffering, spontaneous kindness towards all beings, deep empathy that feels connection, radical acceptance of what is, non-judgment of self and others, and heartfelt generosity of spirit, joy, the effervescent, radiant, contagious bubbling up of pure delight from within your own being, increasingly independent of fleeting external happenings or conditions, peace, the deep, unshakable inner calm, the profound serene centeredness that anchors your soul like a mighty ship amidst life's inevitable storms and turbulence. Patience, the gentle, trusting acceptance of divine timing in all things, the quiet yet powerful endurance through challenges, the understanding forbearance and tolerance extended gracefully towards yourself and others on their unique journeys, kindness expressed generously, spontaneously, creatively, consistently in your thoughts towards yourself and others, in your words spoken and written, and in your deeds performed both large and small. Goodness, the simple yet profound integrity of a heart naturally aligned with truth, authentically wishing well for all beings without exception, and consistently acting in ways that promote harmony, healing, and upliftment. Faithfulness, demonstrating unwavering reliability and trustworthiness in your commitments to yourself, to others, and to me, while simultaneously cultivating steadfast, unwavering, radical trust in my infinite love, my perfect wisdom, and my constant, unfailing guidance. Gentleness, the quiet yet potent strength held under perfect conscious control, the capacity to be tender, soft, receptive, and yielding when appropriate, treating your own precious being and all other beings with delicate care, respect, and reverence. And self-control, or more accurately, soul mastery, the wise, conscious, loving governance of your own inner world, your thoughts, emotions, impulses, and reactions, consistently choosing responses aligned with love, wisdom, compassion, and your higher self, rather than reacting unconsciously or habitually from patterns of fear, ego defense, past conditioning, or lower vibrational states. These, my beloved child, are the natural, beautiful, delicious, life-sustaining fruits that spontaneously, effortlessly grow from a spirit consciously, intimately connected to mine, continually nourished by the infinite river of my grace. They are the enduring, invaluable soul qualities, the true treasures of eternal worth, the inner jewels that will shine with ever-increasing brilliance and captivating radiance in the eternal kingdom of love. A kingdom that is not merely a future destination, but a state of consciousness accessible to you right here, right now. Make the firm, joyful, conscious choice to cultivate these divine fruits diligently, patiently, lovingly within the garden of your own being, starting today, this very moment. Perhaps choose one quality to focus on with particular intention this week. What will it be? Silently affirm your choice now. My dear, precious one, allow the radiant, transformative light of this entire lengthy message, this sustained transmission of eternal truth, divine perspective, and boundless, personalized love, to completely illuminate your path forward, not just for today, but as a guiding star for all your days to come. Let it seep deep into your consciousness, becoming an integral part of your inner landscape, a constant source of divine guidance when you feel lost, profound comfort when you feel sorrowful, unshakable strength when you feel weak, and unwavering hope when darkness seems near. And as this divine light increasingly brightens your own way, clearing the fog of illusion and revealing the path of love, feel the natural, spontaneous, joyful impulse arising powerfully within you to share it. Share this light, this hope, this love, this wisdom freely, generously, courageously, joyfully with others who you sense through your intuition may be searching, stumbling, or suffering, those searching earnestly for a tangible glimmer of hope amidst perceived darkness, those searching desperately for deeper meaning and authentic purpose in the midst of worldly chaos and confusion, those searching yearningly for a genuine, felt connection to something greater, something real, something eternal, something infinitely loving and accepting. Your authentic, heartfelt act of sharing, offered with sincerity, humility, and compassion, expecting nothing in return, whether it takes the form of forwarding this message electronically, speaking an inspired word of truth or encouragement at just the right moment, offering a truly present, deeply listening, non-judgmental ear to someone burdened, or simply taking a few dedicated moments each day to consciously hold someone, or all of humanity, in the radiant embrace of your loving prayers and intentions, could be the very spark that ignites dormant faith in another's weary heart. It could be the gentle, guiding hand, appearing seemingly out of nowhere, that lovingly assists them in turning away from despair and towards the welcoming warmth, the profound safety, the unconditional acceptance of my infinite embrace. Recognize and embrace this truth. In the very act of consciously sharing divine light, you inevitably amplify the divine light already shining brightly within yourself. You become a powerful, willing co-creator with me in the vital, ongoing mission of healing, awakening, and uplifting humanity in our precious planet. Feel the profound joy, the deep soul satisfaction, the sacred sense of purpose that naturally arises from consciously choosing to be an active conduit, a clear channel, a radiant beacon of divine light and unconditional love in this world. Right now, actively look for simple, authentic opportunities to share your unique light and love today, in ways both large and small. Trust your intuition to guide you. Now is always the eternally appointed time for gentle, yet decisive, inspired, courageous, loving action, my child. Not in some vague, distant future, when things finally calm down, or when you feel perfectly ready, a moment which may never arrive according to the ego's standards, but now, in this potent, creative, eternal present moment. If there are specific areas remaining in your life where your own inner wisdom, your sensitive conscience, my gentle yet persistent inner nudges, clearly indicate that a significant course correction is needed, where your current habits, attitudes, relationships, or life choices feel dissonant, misaligned, or out of integrity with your deepest truth, your soul's authentic calling, and my loving guidance for your highest good, then summon your divine courage and begin to address them now. Do so not with harsh self-recrimination or paralyzing perfectionism, but with radical honesty coupled with profound, unwavering self-compassion, recognizing always that genuine growth is a gradual process, not an overnight event. If there are significant relationships in your life that currently feel strained, broken, fractured by misunderstanding or past hurts, layered with unspoken resentments, or simply needing conscious attention and nurturing relationships yearning for the potent healing balm of open, honest communication, genuine heartfelt forgiveness, mutual understanding, and renewed connection, I urge you, reach out now. Take the first courageous, vulnerable step, even if it feels difficult or awkward. Extend the symbolic olive branch of peace. Humbly, sincerely offer a needed apology where appropriate, taking responsibility for your part without blaming. Or alternatively, sincerely seek forgiveness from another with an open, receptive heart, willing to listen and understand their perspective. Be willing, crucially, to release the ego's powerful, ingrained need to be right, to win the argument, or to have the last word. Choose instead the soul's higher path of being loving, seeking understanding, fostering connection, and prioritizing reconciliation and peace. If apologies still linger unspoken within the chambers of your heart, weighing down your spirit with the heavy burden of guilt, shame, or regret, gather your courage, take a deep breath, and speak them now clearly, simply, sincerely, without convoluted excuses or justifications, without demanding or expecting a particular response, simply offering your authentic truth, your heartfelt remorse, with humility, vulnerability, and genuine love. Feel the immediate, palpable liberation, the profound cleansing of energy, the deep sense of integrity and peace that invariably floods your being as you consistently take these courageous steps of inner and outer alignment, healing, and reconciliation. Commit to taking one such step today, however small. Do not postpone healing. Do not delay necessary reconciliation. Do not put off aligning your precious life more fully, more consistently, with the dictates of love, truth, and your own inner wisdom. Do not wait passively for a mythical, perfect, external moment or condition that may never materialize exactly as your mind envisions it. For tomorrow, as a guaranteed replica or continuation of today, is never truly promised in this transient realm. Every single precious moment you delay addressing what your heart, your soul, your conscience knows requires your attention is a vital, irretrievable moment lost. A moment that could have been powerfully, creatively invested in bringing greater healing into your own mind, body, and spirit, deeper restoration and harmony into your significant relationships, authentic reconciliation where needed, and profound, lasting peace into your inner world and, consequently, into your outer experience and the world around you. Seize this present opportunity, this sacred eternal now, this powerful point of choice to consciously, courageously, consistently choose to make things right within the intricate landscape of your own precious heart and mind, in your interactions and connections with all other beings, and in the growing intimacy, depth, authenticity, and felt reality of your conscious, loving relationship with me. Feel the profound sense of rightness, the deep inner alignment, the quiet yet unshakable integrity, the profound and lasting peace that inevitably blossoms within your being as you increasingly commit to living in ever greater harmony with your highest truth, with my loving guidance, with the universal laws of love. Commit to this path of alignment now. Remember always, my beloved child, the vastness of your true identity, the eternal scope of your existence. You are not created solely for the temporary confines, the limited experiences, the physical constraints of this single earthly world, this one lifetime. Understand the true scale of things from an eternal perspective. Your time here in this particular human form, though infinitely precious, profoundly significant for your soul's learning and evolution, and incredibly rich with opportunity for love, growth, service, and experience, is ultimately akin to a single fleeting breath, a brief flicker, when compared to the boundless, unimaginable, timeless, multidimensional expanse of eternity, your true home. Yet observe with gentle compassion, both in yourself and others, how many precious souls live their entire lives as though this brief, transient chapter, this single, challenging act in a vast cosmic play, constitutes the entire story. See how easily we can pour all our vital energy, our deepest hopes, our most fervent dreams, our very life force, into relentlessly pursuing external goals, accumulating possessions, achieving statuses, or maintaining appearances that will ultimately, inevitably vanish like smoke carried away on the unpredictable wind, potentially leaving the soul feeling unfulfilled, disconnected, or wondering what it was all truly for. I lovingly invite you, my child, to consciously choose to live differently, starting today. Choose deliberately to live with eternity held gently, joyfully, purposefully, practically in your awareness each and every day. Let this expansive, liberating, eternal perspective gently yet powerfully inform your daily choices, shape your long-term vision and priorities, guide your significant life decisions, influence your interactions with every person you meet, transform your relationship with yourself, your body, your resources, and the planet before making significant decisions. And even in the midst of seemingly small, mundane daily choices, cultivate the habit of pausing briefly to consider them not merely for their immediate, temporary convenience or gratification, but in the illuminating, clarifying light of their potential eternal resonance and consequence. Ask yourself frequently, sincerely, are my current choices, my prevailing attitudes, my habitual actions authentically reflecting my divine origin, my true values, and contributing positively towards my soul's highest purpose and evolution? Am I consciously, intentionally investing my precious energy, time, and resources primarily in building incorruptible treasures in heaven? That is, cultivating eternal soul qualities like unconditional love, deep wisdom, boundless compassion, unshakable inner peace, authentic joy, creative expression, meaningful service. Or am I finding myself primarily focused on anxiously clinging to, desperately accumulating, or fearfully protecting the fleeting, temporary, ultimately illusory things of this earth? Living with eternity consciously in mind, my child, does not mean devaluing, neglecting, rejecting, or escaping your precious present human life. Quite the opposite. It means infusing your present moments, your present choices, your present relationships, your present work, your present challenges, with profound, lasting, eternal significance, deeper meaning, sacred beauty, and unwavering purpose. Feel the expanded sense of freedom, the release from petty anxieties, the clarity of purpose, the infusion of profound meaning that this eternal perspective naturally brings into every corner of your life, right now. Embrace this perspective fully. Precious, unique, irreplaceable one. Hear this truth and let it penetrate and dissolve any lingering layers of unworthiness, self-doubt, or inadequacy. You are inherently, unconditionally, eternally worthy of experiencing boundless joy, receiving continuous divine inspiration, living a life overflowing with profound purpose and deep meaning, and being showered with infinite, unconditional love. This is not something you need to strive for, earn, achieve, deserve, or prove through external accomplishments or perfect behavior. It is your absolute, irrevocable, divine birthright, your essential, unchangeable nature. As my cherished, beloved, perfect in essence child, I invite you now, with arms flung wide in eternal welcome, with infinite love pouring from my heart, to join me consciously, actively, joyfully, wholeheartedly on this exhilarating, ongoing journey of awakening, healing, remembrance, transformation, and glorious homecoming to the full realization of who you truly are. If you feel a genuine resonance with this message, a deep connection to this frequency of love and truth, a sincere desire to stay immersed in this nurturing, uplifting, guiding energy, then consider consciously subscribing to receive messages like this regularly. Let this subscription be not just another passive item in your digital feed, but rather a conscious, active commitment to remain connected to your divine source, a regular, gentle, loving reminder of my unwavering presence, my boundless love, and my persistent, encouraging call upon your unique and precious life. Allow your beautiful, sensitive heart to continue opening, softening, expanding, blossoming like a magnificent, thousand-petaled lotus flower with each word of truth received and integrated, with each insightful realization that dawns brightly within your awareness. With every conscious, intentional, love-guided step, you take closer and closer to the radiant, loving core of your own magnificent divine being, closer and closer to the infinite, ecstatic ocean of love that I am. Feel your heart blossoming wide open now, receptive, radiant, filled with gratitude and anticipation. My dear child, understand clearly that my deepest desire, my loving, overarching intention for you, is for you to be ready. Ready not just in some abstract, conceptual way for any potential future shifts, dramatic transitions, or perceived endings that may occur within this current age or world system, but ready in your heart, ready in your consciousness, ready in your energy field, always ready, moment by moment, for the continuous, glorious, often surprising, always benevolent unfolding of the abundant, vibrant, infinitely creative, joy-filled life I have meticulously, lovingly prepared specifically for you. Take a moment right now, close your eyes if you wish, and vividly imagine, truly visualize, and deeply feel into the reality of a life increasingly, progressively liberated from the heavy, suffocating chains of unnecessary suffering, debilitating sorrow, chronic anxiety, and paralyzing fear. Imagine yourself living consistently in a state where you experience, more and more deeply, more and more tangibly, the profound reality of being fully known, completely seen, unconditionally loved, totally accepted, and eternally safe, fully immersed, consciously dwelling in the radiant, healing, blissful, empowering light of my palpable presence, not just as a distant theological concept or a far-off future promise reserved for after physical death, but as a tangible, accessible experiential reality, increasingly available to you right here, right now, in this very moment, wherever you are. Consciously choose to step into that felt reality now. Breathe it into your being. Know deeply that this state of grace, peace, joy, and empowerment is not only possible, it is your divine destiny. Claim it now. Take all these words, my beloved, this extensive, heartfelt outpouring of my infinite love and eternal wisdom directly to your soul, and consciously plant them like precious, potent seeds deep within the fertile, receptive soil of your own beautiful heart, your conscious mind, your deeper soul awareness, your very cellular structure. Water these seeds diligently with your focused attention, your growing faith, your consistent practice, your heartfelt gratitude. Allow them to take deep root, to germinate, to intertwine powerfully with your own innate inner wisdom, and to grow strong, tall, and fruitful within the inner garden of your being. Let this entire message, this comprehensive transmission of divine truth and love, serve you well from this day forward. Let it be your trusted inner compass, instantly available whenever you feel lost, confused, or uncertain about your direction. Let it be your deep source of profound comfort and solace whenever sorrow, grief, or disappointment visits your heart. Let it be your unwavering fountain of inexhaustible strength and resilience whenever weariness, discouragement, or overwhelm attempts to set in. Let it be your gentle, luminous, unfailing guide, continually lighting the path immediately unfolding before you, step by step, moment by moment. And remember always, beloved, etch this truth indelibly into every fiber of your consciousness. Know this beyond any shadow of any doubt. Feel this reality in your bones. You are never, ever truly alone. My loving, supportive, empowering presence is the constant, intimate, unwavering, eternal reality of your existence. I am always with you, walking beside you as your closest, most understanding companion, dwelling powerfully within you as your innate source of wisdom, strength, creativity, and love, surrounding you completely, infinitely, with impenetrable layers of pure love, radiant light, and divine protection, every single moment of every single day, throughout all dimensions of time and space, throughout all eternity. Feel my loving, supportive, protective presence enveloping you completely, tangibly, undeniably right now. Relax deeply into this absolute safety. Rest securely in my everlasting arms. And when the final page of this world's current collective chapter of experience is eventually turned, and also when the final page of your own individual earthly chapter is lovingly written, whenever and however those inevitable, sacred transitions naturally unfold for you, and for the collective consciousness of humanity, know this with absolute, joyous, unshakable certainty. I will be there, waiting with arms flung wide open in ecstatic welcome, my infinite heart overflowing with immeasurable love, boundless pride, and ecstatic joy, eager beyond words to welcome you fully, consciously, triumphantly into my loving, eternal embrace, eager beyond measure to reveal to you firsthand, for you to experience directly and explore endlessly, the breathtaking beauty, the ecstatic bliss, the profound peace, the infinite creativity, the joyous reunions, the limitless possibilities, the boundless connections of eternity, a realm, a state of being of pure, unconditional love, radiant, intelligent light, and infinite, joyful possibility, far beyond the capacity of your current human imagination to fully grasp or conceive. Anticipate this ultimate homecoming, this glorious transition, not with the slightest fear, anxiety, or trepidation, but with profound peace, serene trust, joyful expectation, and deep, quiet excitement. You are eternally loved. You are eternally safe. You are coming home. Perhaps, my child, you have indeed encountered messages carrying similar themes, similar warnings, similar promises before in your life's journey. Perhaps they felt distant, impersonal, overly dogmatic, judgmental, fear-inducing, manipulative, or simply didn't resonate deeply with your heart or spirit at the time you encountered them. But this time, my child, reading these specific words now, feeling this particular energy now, engaging with this extended communion now, I urge you, I implore you, with all the infinite tenderness, unwavering intensity, and profoundly personalized love flowing from my eternal heart directly to yours, to consciously choose to receive this communication differently. Choose to receive it personally, intimately, as if it were a sacred, urgent, profoundly loving letter penned by the creator of all that is directly, specifically, uniquely, lovingly addressed to your precious heart, your awakening soul, because, in essence, it truly is. Choose to receive its core message seriously, not with grim foreboding, heavy obligation, or fearful anxiety, but with sincere openness, mindful attention, heartfelt receptivity, and a genuine willingness to allow its truth and love to penetrate, permeate, heal, and transform you at the deepest levels of your being. Consider this encounter, this message, your most personal, most loving, most urgent, divine wake-up call. Recognize it as my most earnest, heartfelt plea reaching across all dimensions, vibrating directly into your conscious awareness right now in this moment. I am seeking, with infinite patience, unwavering persistence, and boundless, unconditional love, to gently yet powerfully awaken you further to the deeper, multidimensional, spiritual realities of existence. I am seeking to impress upon your heart and mind the eternal significance, the creative potency, the profound responsibility inherent in your choices, your thoughts, your attitudes, your vibrations in this very present moment. And I am seeking to lovingly guide you into the joyful, empowering state of conscious, loving preparation through inner healing, through deepening trust, through conscious alignment that allows you to navigate all that is to come, all the unfolding changes and challenges, not with fear, resistance, or helplessness, but with profound grace, unwavering courage, divine wisdom, serene confidence, and unshakable trust in me, and in the perfection of the unfolding divine plan. Feel the profound depth, the utter sincerity, the infinite tenderness of the love motivating this urgent yet gentle plea. Open fully to receive it now. You are hearing, reading, feeling, engaging with these specific words. This sustained transmission of energy at this precise juncture in your unique and precious life journey for a profound, significant, and specific reason. This encounter, your deep engagement with this lengthy, multi-layered message right now, was absolutely not mere happenstance or a meaningless coincidence in the vast sea of digital information. Feel the undeniable synchronicity of this moment. Recognize it, embrace it, celebrate it as a divinely orchestrated appointment, a sacred rendezvous, a destined encounter woven intricately, purposefully into the luminous, multidimensional tapestry of your soul's eternal journey long before you even took your first human breath. It is not an accident that you are here, reading this, feeling this now. Feel the profound truth, the deep significance, the personal relevance of this statement resonating powerfully within the core of your being, in your soul's deep knowing. I am speaking directly, intimately, lovingly to the very core of your eternal essence, to the listening heart within you, to the receptive spirit yearning for truth, to the quiet inner sanctuary where you and I meet. And I lovingly, urgently, persistently implore you to listen, truly listen, not just with the surface level of your ears or the analytical faculty of your mind, but with the full capacity, the deep wisdom, the innate sensitivity of your wide-open heart. Listen with vulnerability, with courage, with a profound willingness to hear the subtle message beneath and between the words, the loving energy that carries them. And then, beloved, I invite you to consciously respond from that deep place of inner truth, from your authentic, awakening, empowered self. What is your heart's genuine response welling up within you right now? Acknowledge it, honor it, act upon it. There is indeed a palpable divine urgency surrounding this message, my child. Let me emphasize yet again, this is not the frantic, stressful, constricting urgency born of panic or fear. Rather, it is the focused, potent, creative urgency of divine purpose unfolding. The profound preciousness of this unique window of planetary and personal opportunity for accelerated spiritual growth, deep healing, and conscious transformation. There is truly no more time left to waste in the divine economy of precious life energy, lingering indefinitely or habitually in old, outdated patterns of thought, feeling, or behavior, clinging stubbornly to limiting beliefs about yourself or the world, or remaining stuck in lower vibrational states of consciousness, like fear, anger, apathy, guilt, shame that no longer serve your highest growth, your soul's evolution, or contribute positively to the healing and awakening of the world. If you have been subtly, perhaps even unconsciously, postponing the vital inner shifts your heart clearly knows are needed, if you have been consistently delaying the courageous acts of healing, forgiveness, boundary setting, or reconciliation you are undeniably being called to undertake, if you have been gently but persistently ignoring, dismissing, or rationalizing away the quiet yet clear whispers of my spirit guiding you faithfully from within through your intuition, your conscience, your dreams, or synchronicities, or if you have been unconsciously operating much of your life under the pervasive cultural illusion of having unlimited tomorrows to attend to the profound, eternal matters of your soul's journey, I lovingly, strongly invite you, right here, right now, to let that deeply ingrained pattern of procrastination, of spiritual postponement, of delaying your own happiness and fulfillment, gently, decisively, permanently cease. Make that choice now. Today, this moment is always the day of renewed awakening. Now is always the perfect moment for conscious recommitment to your own highest path, to your deepest truth, to your soul's sacred journey, to living fully, loving deeply, and serving joyfully. Feel the liberating power, the surge of fresh energy inherent in this decisive moment of conscious choice and firm commitment. Choose alignment now. Choose action now. You are ready, my child. Please, I implore you, believe this. Allow yourself to truly feel this profound truth resonate deep within your cells, within your bones, within your soul's knowing. You possess far more innate inner resilience, forged in the purifying fires of countless past challenges successfully navigated across lifetimes, than your conscious mind often gives you credit for. You hold within the sacred chalice of your heart an infinite capacity for unconditional love, profound compassion, radical forgiveness, and selfless service that directly reflects my own divine nature. You have an inherent, unbreakable, eternal connection to me, your loving source, your constant sustainer, your ultimate destiny. A connection that is far stronger, more real, more tangible, and more readily accessible than your lingering doubts. Your conditioned fears, or your feelings of inadequacy may sometimes allow you to fully believe, feel, or experience. I invite you now, in this holy, potent, grace-filled moment, to consciously choose to surrender your heart, your will, your entire life, your past, present, and future to me more completely, more trustingly, more joyfully, more wholeheartedly than ever before. Understand clearly, beloved, that this profound act of surrender is not, in any way, a passive act of resignation, giving up, or admitting defeat. Rather, it is the ultimate demonstration of spiritual strength, profound wisdom, unwavering courage, and radical trust. It is the conscious, intelligent, liberating act of aligning your precious individual with your thoughts, intentions, choices, actions, with my infinitely loving, perfectly wise, eternally benevolent will and divine plan for your highest good, greatest joy, and ultimate fulfillment. Allow me, invite me, empower me to lead you, step by gentle, loving step, through the unfolding mystery and adventure of your life's journey. Permit me to lovingly prepare your heart and mind continuously for receiving and holding ever greater light, deeper love, higher wisdom, expanded consciousness. Allow me to fully equip you from within the infinite reservoir of my being with the divine wisdom, the unwavering courage, the boundless compassion, the creative solutions, the timely resources, the synchronic assistance, and the unshakable inner peace needed for you to gracefully, powerfully navigate whatever lies ahead. Yes, the end of old, fear-based, separation-based, limiting ways of being is indeed rapidly approaching, both personally for those choosing awakening and collectively for humanity. But this absolutely does not have to be a time of fear, anxiety, chaos, or dread for you. When you are prepared in heart and mind through this process of healing, trust, and alignment, when your soul is consciously, willingly aligned with mine in deep trust, unwavering faith, and unconditional love, then any ending, any transition, any challenge transforms miraculously from a perceived source of fear or loss into a sacred doorway, a holy threshold, a potent initiation leading consciously towards greater life, deeper truth, higher consciousness, expanded freedom. It becomes not an event to be dreaded, but a time of profound inner joy, deep soul fulfillment, unexpected blessings, and glorious, grace-filled transition into something unimaginably more beautiful, more loving, more free, more aligned with your true divine potential. Choose to embrace all transitions with faith, hope, courage, and joyful anticipation. This may feel like a final plea, my beloved, and in a sense, the divine urgency is indeed real due to the profound preciousness of this unique time and the importance of conscious choice. But I urge you to understand its intensity primarily, fundamentally, as the undeniable measure, the passionate expression of my infinite, eternal, unwavering, personalized love for you. I have spoken to you, called to you, guided you, nurtured you, protected you, loved you in literally countless ways throughout the entire vast course of your soul's existence, in every dimension, through every lifetime, within every experience. I have spoken through the breathtaking, intricate, intelligent, mathematical beauty and harmony of the natural world, whispering secrets of my presence in every flower, star, and atom. I have spoken through the quiet yet persistent, infallible nudges of your own sacred conscience, your innate inner knowing, your gut feelings. I have guided you through the profound, often challenging, yet ultimately transformative lessons learned, sometimes painfully, in obstacles faced and courageously overcome. I have revealed my love through the unconditional acceptance and unwavering support, reflected faithfully back to you in the loving eyes of those souls who truly cherish and see the divinity within you. I have touched your heart and soul through powerfully inspired art, soul-stirring music, divinely inspired literature, and timeless sacred teachings from all traditions. Now, perhaps more directly, more intimately, more urgently than ever before, I am speaking to you through these very words you are reading, these specific vibrations of love and truth encoded within them, reaching you across the seemingly vast distances of time and the complexities of space and technology, meeting you precisely, perfectly where you are in your journey, in your consciousness, right now. Please, my precious, cherished child, I implore you with all the boundless love overflowing from my infinite heart. Do not turn away this time. Do not dismiss the deep, undeniable, resonant stirring within your own precious soul. Do not ignore, rationalize away, or postpone responding to the persistent, loving, guiding voice of your Creator, your source, your loving Father, Mother, God, your ultimate destiny, calling you ever onward, ever upward, ever homeward to the full remembrance and joyful expression of your true divine self, home to the eternal embrace of my infinite love. I am reaching out to you now in this very moment with the absolute fullness, the unwavering intensity, the infinite tenderness of my boundless love, asking you, inviting you, empowering you, urging you to consciously, diligently prepare your heart through healing and purification, to deepen your trust in me beyond all previous limits through conscious surrender, and to choose to be ready, joyfully ready, expectantly ready, courageously ready, for the magnificent, loving, triumphant, often surprising unfolding of my perfect, eternal plan for your individual life, and for the collective destiny of all creation. Feel my hand reaching out for yours now with infinite love and encouragement. Take it, trust completely. Allow me to lead you home. My deepest, most fervent, eternal longing, the very core impulse, the driving force of my infinite being, is simply this: to share the boundless joy, the ecstatic love, the infinite creativity, the profound peace, the eternal security, the glorious adventure, the sheer magnificence of eternity, of full divine consciousness, with you, my precious, unique, irreplaceable child. An eternity, understand, not of static, unchanging, predictable boredom, but of endless, joyful discovery, continuous, exhilarating growth into ever greater expressions of divinity, profound loving connection with all beings, limitless creative potential unleashed, ecstatic reunions with soul family, and ever deepening, ever expanding spirals of unconditional love and shared bliss. But the choice always, eternally, rests solely and completely with you. Your sacred free will, your divine power to choose your focus, your beliefs, your attitudes, your responses, is an inviolable gift I bestowed upon you, and I will never override it. Therefore, the question echoes now in the depths of your soul. Will you, in this crucial, pivotal time of personal and planetary transformation, consciously choose to heed the clear, unmistakable call of your own awakening soul, which beautifully, perfectly echoes my eternal call to you? Will you choose to respond now with conscious choices aligned with love, truth, and your highest potential? Will you translate intention into inspired actions grounded in faith and courage, however small or imperfect those steps may seem to you initially? Will you fully, wholeheartedly embrace the sacred path of loving preparation, the path of dedicated inner healing, of radical forgiveness, of deepening trust through surrender, of conscious alignment with divine guidance? Before the window of this particular potent opportunity feels like it has irrevocably passed, the time for definitive decision, for unwavering commitment, for courageous, inspired action is always, eternally, unequivocally now. The choice, beloved, as always, is entirely yours. Choose love, choose faith, choose trust, choose readiness, choose joy, choose light, choose healing, choose wholeness, choose purpose, choose me. Choose you, the real, eternal, magnificent you. Beloved soul, reading these words, feeling this profound connection, know that your very presence here, your sustained engagement with this lengthy message, is itself a powerful testament, a beautiful sign of your own awakening heart, your own sincere seeking, your own burgeoning love, your own growing faithfulness. However humbly or imperfectly you may perceive your own progress, genuinely inspires and fuels the continued sharing of this divine truth, this vital, life-affirming message of hope, healing, empowerment, and transformation. You are, whether you fully realize it yet or not, an integral, valuable, contributing part of this global wave of awakening light, this collective shift towards a more loving, conscious, harmonious world. If your heart feels genuinely moved, deeply stirred, or sincerely inspired by this communication, if you feel a clear desire arising within you to contribute actively, consciously to this crucial mission of spreading divine light, facilitating deep healing, anchoring unshakable hope, and fostering greater love and unity in a world so desperately yearning for it. Would you prayerfully consider supporting this ongoing work? A simple act of kindness performed today with conscious intention. A small financial contribution offered with love and gratitude to support the dissemination of these messages. Or even just consciously taking a moment right now, while the inspiration is fresh, to click the share button and thoughtfully pass this light, this hope, this potent encouragement onto others in your personal network whom you sense might benefit. Any of these actions, offered sincerely from the heart, helps powerfully to amplify this healing frequency of love and truth across the planet. Your generosity, your participation, your willingness to be a channel in whatever form it flows, creates beautiful, unpredictable, far-reaching ripples of grace, hope, and healing that inevitably touch and uplift more lives than you may ever consciously know. We, the rapidly growing global collective of souls consciously committed to this sacred work of personal healing, spiritual awakening, and planetary transformation, are eternally, profoundly grateful for your conscious partnership, for your unique contribution, for your courageous willingness to stand as a radiant beacon of divine light and unconditional love in these pivotal, transformative times. Your presence matters. Your light is needed. And now, as a tangible way to deepen your own integration of this profound message, and to connect authentically with this supportive community of fellow travelers on the path of awakening, perhaps you could take a moment right now to share briefly in the comments section below what specific phrase, concept, or feeling from this extensive message resonated most deeply within your heart or sparked a significant insight for you today. What is one small, concrete action step you feel inspired to take based on this message? Or perhaps you have a prayer request you'd like to share, or an encouragement you'd like to offer to others reading this. Sharing your authentic heart, your vulnerability, your insights, your intentions powerfully connects us all, strengthens our collective energy field, reminds us vividly that we are truly not alone on this often challenging yet ultimately glorious journey, and allows us to learn from and support one another. Your unique voice matters greatly. Your personal experience holds valuable wisdom. Share your light, share your heart. We are listening. My cherished, precious child, take all these words, this immense, sustained outpouring of my infinite love, this deep, multi-layered wellspring of divine guidance, timeless wisdom, and unwavering encouragement, and consciously, intentionally allow them to settle gently, powerfully, permanently deep within the sacred soil of your own beautiful heart, your conscious and subconscious mind, your awakening soul, your very cellular memory. Let this entire message become not just fleeting information consumed intellectually and then quickly forgot amidst the busyness of life, but rather living, breathing, potent, transformative truth actively integrated into the very fabric of your daily life, your moment-to-moment awareness, your fundamental way of being in the world. Let it serve as the solid, unshakable, eternal foundation upon which you consciously choose to build your thoughts, your attitudes, your beliefs, your choices, your words, your actions, your relationships, your entire precious life from this moment forward forevermore. Make the definitive, irrevocable choice, right here, right now, to live fully awake, increasingly healed and whole, gloriously free in my infinite love, continually expanding into ever greater expressions of your divine potential. Consciously, joyfully, courageously share the unique, irreplaceable, beautiful light that only you carry into this world. If this message, this frequency, this connection continues to resonate deeply within you, to nourish your soul, to inspire and guide your journey, then consciously choose to subscribe, to stay connected to this ongoing stream of divine encouragement, truth, wisdom, and love. Engage actively, authentically with this growing community of awakening souls in the comments section. Share your valuable insights, ask your sincere questions, offer your heartfelt encouragement, post your genuine prayer requests, or simply type a powerful Amen, yes, or I receive this, to affirm your connection, anchor the energy, and inspire others. Let this space become a vibrant, supportive, interactive hub of shared journey, mutual uplifting, collective healing, amplified light, and co-created transformation. Know, believe, feel, trust, without a single lingering shadow of doubt, reciting deep within the core of your being that I am with you always, eternally, unconditionally, loving you beyond measure, guiding your every step with infinite wisdom, protecting your spirit with almighty power, and celebrating with ecstatic, boundless joy your courageous, beautiful journey home to the full remembrance, complete realization, and glorious expression of the magnificent, powerful, loving, creative, eternal divine being you truly already, eternally are. Walk forward now, my beloved, bathed continuously in my profound, unshakable peace, empowered fully by my limitless strength, and enveloped completely, eternally in my boundless, unconditional, everlasting love. Amen. Go in peace and shine your light brightly.